India is poised to overtake China as the world's most populous country this year. Observers say a large demographic of young people could be good for India's economy, but there are challenges. Rebecca Bundhun reports from Mumbai in the first of our three-part series on what lies ahead for India.
Chaitu and Shah Jahan have a lot of mouths to feed. They have 9 children, between the ages of 6 months and 14 years old. It's tough for Chaitu, a daily wage labourer, to support his family financially. He earns less than $6 a day, and that's when he manages to get work. Housewife Shah Jahan says every day is a struggle.
9 बच्चे को पाला मामले है, 9 बच्चे को छोड़कर कहीं भी जा भी नहीं पाते हैं। अपने बच्चों में इसी में रह जाते हैं। सुबह उठते हैं 4 बजे, 9 बजे 10 बजे रात को में लेटते हैं। हमारा पास पूरा सारा दिन पूरा काम करते रह जाते हैं। किसी को नहवाओ, किसी को कपड़ा धो, किसी को खाना खिलाओ।
Chaitu's family is just one of those among the poorest in Indian society. Because many are informal workers, there are varying estimates on their numbers. But there is consensus that they form a significant segment of India's population of some 1.4 billion people, which sets India on its way to become the world's most populous country. An edge it has over other economies. With more than half of the country under the age of 25, India has a massive potential workforce to potentially propel economic growth.
There was a word which was initially coined called the demographic dividends for India. That itself is the basis and genesis because 67% of the population means that is a number of workforce that will be employable. That, of course, that acts as a challenge as well. So, it has its own pros and cons.
India doesn't face the common problem of an ageing workforce. Instead, its challenge for the country is ensuring there are enough jobs and that people have the right education and skills to do those jobs. Although India is focusing on expanding sectors including manufacturing to create more jobs, unemployment is rising. It hit a 3-month high of 8% in November amid steep inflation and slowing economic growth. And when you have so many people, making sure there's nutritious food, water and access to healthcare for everyone is another headache.
The reason that you see the numbers is because earlier a lot of people, the biggest cohort of young people in India were in their reproductive years and they will have children. And that's why we are in a progressive movement demographically, which is known as population momentum.
Dr. Apte runs an NGO, the Family Planning Association of India. It was set up in 1949 to focus on birth control for the population. It provides vasectomies free of charge, and the state government gives patients a $13 incentive for the procedure. The association also offers sterilisation for women and abortion services at its clinics. Its workers also conduct outreach programs in slum areas to educate people on the options available to them to practice family planning. Population growth has started slowing in India as people are now having fewer children. Already overburdened, Chaitu and Shah Jahan say they're not going to have any more kids. Following the birth of their last child, Chaitu had a vasectomy.
बच्चे नहीं चाहते हैं अब हम चाहते हैं कि हमारा कमाई हो, बच्चे लोग भी सुकून में रहें, हम भी सुकून में रहें.
Supporting large numbers of people isn't easy for him or for the wider country. Well aware of the challenges of having too large a population, some states in India are also trying to disincentivize people from having more than 2 children. Uttar Pradesh, the country's most populous state, has proposed population control measures, including cutting off people from certain government benefits if they have more than 2 kids. Experts say it will be several decades before numbers actually start to decline. Before then, there are projections that India will overtake Germany and Japan to become the world's 3rd largest economy, possibly by 2030. The question for India, if it heads that way then, is what lies ahead for its 1.4 billion people. And if the country can leverage its immense workforce, so there will be better days for all those living in what will be the world's most populous nation. Rebecca Bundhun, CNA, Mumbai.